All right. So, very good morning to our new Scratchers and welcome to the first session of Scratch.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start our class with a brief overview of Scratch. So, kindly acknowledge if my PPT is available to you.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, what do you understand by block-based coding? Can anyone tell me? Means what is the difference between text-based coding and block-based coding? Coding concepts will be same. But how can we differentiate between these two? Okay, can you name any text-based programming language?
Ma'am.
Python, C, C++,
Ma'am, Java.
Java. All these are text-based programming language. So how Scratch is different from these? Because concepts will be same. You will be using looping, functions, variable, everything in Scratch also and text-based programming also. Only
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
is here we are dealing with blocks. Okay, so command blocks will be there. You will be dealing with blocks. So you and in text-based programming language, commands you need to learn. Yes, syntax you need to remember. This is the syntax of for loop. This is the syntax of while loop. Repeat in until. But here you don't need to learn any syntax. You just need to drag and drop blocks. So function will be same. Okay, logic will be same. Only thing is here we don't need to remember all syntaxes and all. Okay, so why it is always good to start with block based coding, because at this level we can we can understand at least logic of everything, so that and gradually then we can switch to text based coding. Okay. Hey Suhani, how are you? Good morning.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay, child, just this is for all of you. Just log join the meeting 2-3 minutes before 9. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So now, yeah. So Scratch is a visual programming language made for children. Here you don't need to write any command. Okay. You can just arrange the blocks in proper order. What is the meaning of proper order? If I'll say you have to arrange blocks in proper order. Okay, can you tell me the meaning of sequencing? If I'll say, if I'll give you a term sequencing, what do you mean by sequencing? Not in programming terms, just just like that. What do you mean by a sequence?
Order.
Yes, sequence means to put something in proper order. Yeah, let's say three numbers are there: 100, 200, and 300. If I will just put like this: 100, 300, and then 200. So are these numbers in a sequence?
No.
So either it should be in ascending order or this should be in descending order. So these are not in a proper order. So important thing is blocks are there. You need to arrange them in proper order to make your code work. That is the first basic thing that you should understand. Got it?
Yes,
Yes?
ma'am.
Okay. All right. So now see, this will be your screen. Okay, this will be your interface. From this is the file. If you click on it, you can load your project to your computer. You can open new project. You can save your project. Just next to before share button, that field is there. Here you can name your project. This green flag will help in running your project, and with red dot, you can stop
You
your
can
project.
stop the project.
Yeah. On the extreme left, if you can see, these are the command blocks. So we will call it our blocks palette, where all our blocks will be there. We will drag these blocks to this white space, and this is our script area, or you can say your code area. All right.
Correct.
Now, can you see this cat image here? We will
Yes,
call
ma'am.
it a sprite. Sprite is nothing but a character, or you can say an actor. Okay. Uh, which it can change its appearance. You can change its appearance. Okay. You can move your character. You can basically you can interact with this character. Now the place, the area where this cat is there, this square kind of thing, that is your stage. Have you ever seen any play on stage, or have you ever anyone participated in play?
Yes, ma'am.
Just like that. Okay, this is your stage. Okay, and here all actors, that means your sprites will perform. All right, just
Okay.
at the bottom extreme right, two icons are there. First one is to choose your sprite, second one is choose your backdrop. All right, now these three sections, this is our block palette. Just at the top, code is written. Okay, costume is written, sound is written. So when you will click on code, your code area will be there. Here you will drag and write your script. Next to code is costume. Here different. Now see the second one, costume. Costume is nothing but different appearances of your sprite. Okay, and sounds. You can record your sound, or you can upload any sound, or you can choose sound from the library. All right, and you can add that sound in your script. Now,
Okay.
1 second, let me come to the. So here we'll click on create. Let me show you the grid. Very important part. We will go to backdrops. Backdrops will just set the background of the stage. Okay, it is nothing but an image which you will use as the background of your stage. Okay, so this is from here you can choose your backdrop, and I'll just write XY grid. Now see this grid, very important grid. Okay, XY coordinates. What do you mean by XY coordinates? Means what will come in your mind if I'm talking about XY coordinates? XY
Ma'am,
coordinates,
places.
sorry,
Different places.
yes, it will tell you the position of sprite. Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
in this grid, X value, just keep this in mind, X value ranges from minus 240 to 240. So you can choose any value between minus 240 and 240 for X coordinate. And for Y coordinate, you can choose any value between minus 180, that will be at the bottom, and 180, that will be at the top. So 0, if you will add 240 and 240, what it will come? 480.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that means in this stage, horizontally, your sprite can take 480 steps. And vertically, see, from center of the stage is 0, 0. So XY coordinate value will be 0, 0. 0 to positive 180, if that will be, sprite will move towards up direction. And 0 to minus 180, so sprite will move, we are talking about which space? Down space. Okay, so if you will
Okay.
add them, so vertically it can move 180 plus 180, 367. Is this thing clear, or shall I
Ma'am.
repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay, so yeah. So the lower right corner of the stage is reserved for adding and deleting sprites. So this is the see. If you can see this icon, choose a sprite. You can choose the sprite from the library. Okay, anyone you want, or you can paint your sprite here. You can draw anything. Okay. Okay. So you can paint your own sprite, or you can, this is surprise. So random, any random sprite from the library will come and upload costume. This is for costume, means the appearance of any sprite. From here, two things we are dealing with. First, we will bring any sprite, we'll add any sprite from this section. Like if I have chosen this sprite, let's take one more sprite. Let's say balloon is this sprite. If you will move to the costumes part, you can see different appearances of this balloon. Yeah. So this sprite has three costumes. Balloon 1A, balloon 1B, and balloon 1C. Now, when you are in this paint editor, you can choose any other costume also for this sprite. You can upload the costume if it is there in your drive. Okay, this is surprise. It will randomly pick any costume from the library. Paint, you can paint its costume. See, as soon as I click on paint, one costume will automatically appear. So here you can paint anything. Okay, and choose a costume. Again, you can choose any costume from the library. Sounds, you can give sound to your sprite. Okay, your script. All right. And if you'll click on code, you will come back to your script area. Don't worry if you are not getting this clearly. We'll be doing all these things practically also. Okay, this is just for your brief. This is just a brief overview for better understanding. So this is your, you can choose sprite from this library. From, if you'll click on this icon, you can get all these options to choose a sprite. And just next to it, you can choose a backdrop just like it. You can search, you can pick it from the library. You can paint your backdrop yourself. It would be a randomly, it will become, if you click on surprise, or you can upload it from your drive. All right. Now, what are blocks? Blocks are nothing but set of commands which will explain. That means we are actually giving instructions to computer. Hey computer, you have to perform this specific task. Okay. So commands we will be giving, and who will be executing those commands? Computer will be executing those commands. Okay. So commands are nothing but these blocks. These are command blocks, and this is blocks palette. From here, we will be dragging commands. Now see, when flag clicked, move 10 steps. So let's say, I will write it here. 1 second. When flag clicked, so what I want computer to do, I'm just giving instruction to computer. When I will click on this flag icon, this is flag icon. If I will click on it, you just please move my sprite 10 steps ahead. All right. And one step means 1 pixel ahead. Any idea what is a pixel? Can anyone tell me?
I don't know, ma'am.
No? Diya, Suhani, what is a pixel? No idea? Okay.
Ma'am.
Pixel is the tiniest item of any image. It is the shortest point, or you can say shortest item of any image, any picture. Okay. We can't see it with our naked eye, but the thing is, the image is group of, when you will collect all pixels together, it will make a image. Whenever we see any image or any picture, you can't realize that it is made up of pixels because they are of very minute, they are of very tiny size. But did you try, if you will just zoom in, just try zoom in and zoom out any picture, can you see whenever it will start growing, the picture will turn into different pixels.
No.
No? Okay, let me show you here one. Okay, it should be clear. 1 second, let me show you. Let's see. And I clicked. I will just give my sprite a pixelate effect. Let's say 30. Now just see this cat. When I will click on flag, see what will happen. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
So it turned into now you can't see it as a perfect image. It is nothing but a group of pixels. So any image means any image. Okay, if you pick any image, it is nothing but collection of pixels. So pixels all together will make a complete picture. Clear?
Okay.
All right. So now there are four types of blocks in Scratch. Okay, if you can see the shape of these blocks, each shape is different. Each shape of blocks in each category is different. These blocks, first one, move 10 steps. Can you see? This is command block. Means these blue blocks will give command to your computer. 1 second. Okay. These will give command to your computer that we want our sprite to move, we want our sprite to take some turns, we want our sprite to go to this particular position. All right. So these are command blocks. They have
Okay.
notches at the top and bumps on the bottom. Now, what is the meaning of this? That means we can join them in between different blocks. Okay, they can't be your first block in every script, in any script. Okay, but these are basically commands which we can join to the event blocks to make our script run. Okay, so we can just drag the blocks from the motion blocks category into our script area, and we can connect them to other blocks which are already there. So this block is already there. To make my script work, I will just snap them together. Okay, then only my code will work. So to make these command blocks work, it is mandatory that they are attached to the event block. Okay, event block, I'm coming to you. Next will come the event blocks. Now see the shape of these blocks. These blocks have head. Yes, if you can see at the top, it is a kind of head. That means they can be only placed at the beginning. You can't join blocks like this. Okay, you can't join these blocks like this. Other blocks you can join at the bottom of the event blocks. Now, what is the meaning of this when flagged click? Event. What is an event? Anyone wants to share?
Ma'am, when there is something, uh,
Means anything that comes to your mind.
when something is being performed.
Okay. Yes. An action that causes something to happen. Okay. So action is what will happen here. 1 second. When I will click on flag, okay, then this command will get executed. Okay. So this is an event block. What is an event? What is the meaning of an event? An action that causes something to happen. So what I'm doing here, what action I'm doing here, I'm just clicking on flag icon. And what will happen if I will click on flag icon? My sprite will turn with an angle of, let's say, 90 degree. So see, did you notice it took a turn?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this is the function of event blocks, and keep this in mind. They will come at the top, and command blocks you can attach to the event blocks at the bottom. All right. Okay. Next is control blocks. Control means it will control the running of the program. So here all the conditional blocks will come. If, then, else. What do you mean by this? Not this block, just in real scenario. If we'll take just real time scenario, what is the meaning of if condition? Anyone wants to share their views?
Ma'am, like if this happens, then
This. Let's say if chair is available, then only you can sit. Yeah. If chair is available, then only you can sit. Else mean, that means if condition is not true, then perform another action or you have to stand, because that's the only option. Yes. If
oh,
fruit is available, then you can have it. But if fruit is else, you can't have it. So this is here, it's just an example. If, then, otherwise different conditional blocks will be there, which we'll cover later on. Okay. This is just for your understanding. So first we understood what command blocks are there. Second one, event blocks are there. Now these are conditional blocks are there. Now see the second one. When flag click, repeat for move 10 steps.
ma'am and code.org also we learned that.
Yes, that's what I was trying to explain. Coding concepts will be same. Yes, even when we will be starting with Python, concepts will be same. Only the difference will be in syntax.
Okay,
Here,
ma'am.
you don't need to remember any syntax because all the blocks are available. You just you just need to understand the logic. Based on that logic, you need to drag the blocks in your script area and you need to execute your code. All right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now see what we were doing here. When flag click, I want my cat to move 10 steps. Let's say if my sprite is here. One second. Okay. So when flag click, it moved a little bit. Why? Because one step it's just a 1 pixel. So you won't realize that it's actually moving. It will just little bit change its position. Yeah. I want my cat to move 4 5 at least 40 50 steps. Okay. What I can do, see the control section is there where all conditional blocks will be there. This is the section. I will bring repeat. Now what is the meaning of repeat?
Ma'am, when the thing is
Yes.
uh,
General meaning of repeat, not in programming terms.
ma'am, when something is just done after and after.
Okay, let's say if your ma'am asks you to write same line 100 times, will you be liking it? No? It would be great, yeah, if you can have that coding concept in your, you can use it in your notebook as well. Let ma'am repeat 100 and in bracket you can just write that line one time. Yeah, that would be so good, yeah, and so easy and comfortable for you. But
Yes, ma'am.
unfortunately, that we can't do here, yeah. So, but here in programming terms, we can do that. So what we can do, repeat means to do something again and again. Yeah. So same command block, movement block, we want our sprite to move forward. So what we can do, I will just repeat it, let's say 50 times. Okay. So how this will work? Let me take you first 5 times. This means when flag click, repeat 5, move 10 steps, and when flag clicked, move 10 steps, and 1 second, let me copy it. These two set of blocks are same thing. Okay, that means see. Okay, and let's start. Okay, they are actually executing together. See, move 10 step again. When it will execute the first line of code, your sprite will move 10 steps ahead. After executing this one, it will go to the second move step, then third, then four, and then five. 5 times it will execute it. Here we are just executing it 5 times, so it is very simple. But what if we have to repeat them 100 times or 200 times? That's not possible to write it. Yes, it would be
Yes,
a
ma'am.
better way to just make use of a repeat block and write the number 5 inside here. You can even write 100, you can even write 200. What does that mean? This move step block you can repeat 200 times. So now in this one, it will repeat 50 times, move 10 steps. Now see, yeah, clear what is repeat block? What is the function of why we are using control blocks? We are using control blocks because they will just control the execution, the running of our program. Okay,
Okay,
so
ma'am.
we can put them above other blocks as well as put other blocks below that. Yes, just like
Okay.
command blocks, you can have top and bottom, bump is there, notch is there. So you can put in between these blocks. Okay, but event blocks will come at the top only. So this is the third category. Then we will be dealing with some different kind of blocks. We will call them reporter blocks. They don't have any existence alone, okay, but they are very helpful if you will use them. Basically you will be using them in conditional blocks. Okay, now just see the example. If touching color blue, that means whatever sprite is there in your script, if that sprite is touching blue color, then it will say blue, else it will say false. Simple.
Okay, ma'am.
In terms of English, it is very easy to understand. If a sprite will touch blue color, then it will say blue. So when this, let's say I am giving you one situation. Let's say red color is there. Okay. So what does the sprite will say if it will touch the red color? Will it say blue or will it say false?
Blue.
Sorry.
Blue.
If sprite will,
Okay, okay. It will say false.
yeah, because it, see, it will come inside this loop if part, if this condition is true. See, this will be covering in detail. Okay, so I am not going in detail right now. I am just making you comfortable with types of blocks, category of blocks. Okay, so just understand, this is reporter block. We will be using these blocks with conditional blocks. Okay, all right. So now let's switch to the next one. All right. So now, first thing which you need to understand, user interface. the area in which we interact with our system, the interface with which a user. Okay, by the way, who is the user and what is the system and what is the user?
The system is a computer and we are the user.
We are the user. Yes. Okay, what do you mean by user interface? You came across this word, I think, a number of times, but do you know the meaning of user interface exactly? Not in terms of definition and all. Whenever we talk about, that is the interface of that language. I'm working on that language, and that's the user interface. It's a big word. Yeah, but do you know the meaning of user interface? what what does it mean that if I'm saying that user is interacting with system? We are not talking to system, yes, but we are interacting with system. So how can we say that? I mean, what is user interface? Can you name any user interface? Any one of you? You are on mute, Shaurya. You are saying something.
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, have you heard about Suhani? And have you heard about any interface from anyone?
Ma'am, could it come under Google or will it be
Anywhere. Source could
Google?
be anything.
Yeah, so could Google be the example of this
Interface. Okay, let me explain you.
Yeah.
Have you heard about graphical user interface, GUI?
Yes,
GUI?
yes.
Yeah.
Um,
So there are different ways in which we interact with system. Yeah. Now, but what is graphical user interface? Let me show you one thing. One second. Command interface are there, menu driven interface are there, graphical user interface is there. These are important ones, I'm telling you. Graphical user interface and command driven interface. Let's see. Just see what I'm doing. Okay. So this is the command prompt. Okay. Here we can work on, let's say, change directory. CD is the command. Change directory to up directory. Okay. So in my system, C drive is there, then users folder is there, HP is there. But to access any folder on my system, I need to know all the commands to access those files. Are you getting me? This is the command prompt. There is one file in my C drive, but I should know how to open that file. So it's not like open, if I'll write open, parrot image is there, like, and it will open that image. No, see, open is not recognized as in command. Okay, so if I don't know any command to open any file or folder, will you be able to work on my computer? Is it possible? Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Okay, now see, if I will say go to C drive, you will just double click on C drive and you can see contents. Either you are using Mac or you are using Windows. Yeah, what you are clicking? You are clicking on graphical icons. Yes, for each and everything. Either you are opening a recycle bin or you are opening C drive or you are opening desktop folder or any your personal folder. How you are opening any folder in your system? Shaurya, how you are opening any folder on your system?
Ma'am,
By clicking on it.
yes, ma'am.
If you will double click on it, it will open that folder and you can see subfolders also or different files will be there. Yeah. But in
Yes, ma'am.
command prompt, if you have to work on command prompt, can you work on it? Will you be able to open any folder or file? Why? Because we need to know all the commands available to access each and every file or folder in our system. Yeah? But
Okay.
in graphical user interface like Windows operating system, you all are using.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So Windows has which interface? Command prompt or GUI?
GUI.
Yes, because here all the graphical icons are there. Icons we are double clicking and we are very easily we can work with any file or folder. We can open them, we can edit them, we can save them, delete them. If we need to open PowerPoint just to create a presentation, we'll simply go and double click the icon of PowerPoint. Yeah, it will open and we can easily work. But in command prompt you need to know the command to open the PowerPoint app. Yes, so it's very difficult. Yeah. So Windows has created this GUI interface, and it becomes it is so that's why we call it user friendly. Why it is user friendly? Because we can very easily work with these operating systems. So Scratch has which kind of user interface? Graphical user interface. See, here we don't need to write any command. We can simply drag blocks here. If not required, we can put them back. Yeah, we can click on file, we can click on edit, we can create, we can share our project. Yeah, so this is the difference between command prompt and and GUI. Now let me tell you about, it's not required but just for your knowledge, menu driven. Have you ever seen ATM machine? Menu will come
Yes,
as
ma'am.
soon as you will just you need to choose your language. Yeah, different options it will give you. So it's a kind of menu, like in restaurant and all. If you are visiting, you will get the menu card to choose anything. So some systems are menu driven. ATM machine is the best example for it. Okay, that is menu driven. So menu will be there, you can choose different options and do it accordingly. So three things: command prompt, GUI, and menu driven. So this is here user interface means the area in which the user communicate with Scratch. So Scratch has GUI interface. Clear? Till now
Okay, ma'am.
everything is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
If any doubt is there, the students you can ask me anytime. Okay? Then only we'll move forward. Yeah? Alright. Now let's talk about stage area. Features the results of your coding. This is the area where you can see your project come alive. Now see, this is the thing. This is your stage area where these sprites are there. And when we will click on green flag, we can see our project come alive. All right. Next is sprites. Sprites are nothing but images that appear on the computer program screen. So here cat is the sprite and this apple is sprite. This is a sprite. Very badly I this is this looks very bad, but just assume this is a sprite. Okay, and this is also a sprite. Now see at the bottom, we can see four sprites we are using in our current project. Sprite 1, then apple, then sprite 2 and balloon 1. Here you can change the name of the sprite like test, okay, and you can change its size like let's say 50, so its size gets decreased, or you can increase it. 100 is the default size of any sprite. What is the default size of any sprite? It's 100. All right, this is the direction, and if you can see, this is the protector. Currently it is pointing to this direction 90 degree. When we will come down, this will be your 180 degree. Let me give, this will be more clear with cat. See, currently it is pointing to 90 degree. When we'll come down, it will look towards down. Yeah, this is 180 degree. Then this is minus 90 degree and this is 0 degree towards up. All right. So show means show the sprite. Hide means hide the sprite. These two are there. We can switch between them. Even using blocks that we'll see later on, we can show our sprite in our project or we can hide our sprite. We can make it disappear. These are the XY coordinate. We can use, we can set this coordinate using different motion blocks. Also, you can set it from here. Like if X is 0, Y is 0, the sprite will be at the center of the sprite, center of the stage. Clear this thing?
Okay, ma'am.
Let's say if I am, one second, let me take the new one. Just a second. So again, I want this grid. So I will bring XY grid and just tell me the position of sprite if it is here at this point. Just see the x coordinate, see the y coordinate. Don't see here. I'm just near to it in round. If just round the direction, round the coordinate, then tell me. You know how to see the position here in the grid?
Yes, ma'am.
First, we will just see the x coordinates. Okay. Okay, Shaurya, you tell me the x coordinate for this cat. It is coming at, just see this line. What do you think?
Ma'am, about 100.
See, yeah, about 100 or minus 100?
Not minus 100.
Yes, because everything, if x is 0, everything towards its left horizontally will be in minus and towards right will be the positive number. So if cat is here, your x will be 100, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And if it is will be there, that will be minus 100. Let's talk about y. If it is here, so that will be, y will be around
Around
100, yeah?
Yes,
And here
ma'am.
it will be around minus 100. But on this line, your x will be,
0.
yes. And if I'm talking about this position, so from the bottom, if you can see, y is at 100, around 100, yeah? And
Yes,
x
ma'am.
will be around minus 100.
Yes,
And let's say if my sprite is at this position, Dia, tell me the x coordinate for this. See the horizontally, see the numbers horizontally on x-axis,
200.
200. And what will be the y coordinate for it? See the
Uh,
y-axis?
100.
Yes. So its position will be, first x will come, then y will come. So 200 comma 100. Clear? All right. So now let's see backdrop. It is an image that can be shown on the stage. So right now, this XY grid is my backdrop. We can change it also. We can use any other backdrop. So this image is the backdrop to our stage. Okay. Now scripts. Scripts are collection of blocks that all interlock with each other. Each block will determine how sprites interact with each other and the backdrop. So whatever we are doing here, we are just writing our script. Okay.
okay,
So
ma'am.
this is our script area, or we can say our code area. All right. Okay. Now costume. As we have seen, now if we are talking about this cat and if we want to see how many appearances or how many costumes are available for this sprite. So there are two costumes available. Yeah. So costume is nothing but many different appearances of a sprite. All right. So for this sprite, we have two costumes, costume 1 and costume 2. These costumes can be named, you can create new costume, or even you can delete the existing ones. Important thing is every sprite must have a costume. All right? It's not possible that you are dealing with a sprite and there is no costume for that sprite. Now let's talk about code area. The same thing that I explained, code area or script area. This is the place where you can assemble your code by dragging the blocks from the blocks palette. Okay, blocks palette. This is blocks palette from where we are bringing command blocks to the coding area. And these are the command blocks. Okay, these are the different instructions that we give to your sprite. They are broken down into 8 varieties of blocks. Now we will be starting with studying about blocks. Different categories of blocks are there, like there are 9 total categories which we'll be studying, and in that first one will be motion blocks. So blocks are puzzle piece shapes that are used to create code in Scratch. Okay, and all blocks are connected to each other, just like you play with your Lego and all. Yes, in the same way we'll be playing with blocks in Scratch. Yeah, we can make different animations, stories, games. All right. Okay. All right, so first we will be starting with our motion block. Okay, so as its name suggests, what do you mean by motion block? What will come to your mind if I'll say the word motion?
Movement of something.
Motion means movement. Okay. So in if we have to deal with the movement of sprite, then we will be dealing with this category of blocks. Okay. In different ways we can move our sprite. Okay, we can change it, we can change its angle, we can move our sprite to some random position, it can glide, it can change, it can point towards different directions. Yeah, so many things are there that we will be studying. So category is motion blocks. They are color coded medium blue and are used to control a sprite's movement. Yeah, so just open Scratch and try just replace this 10 with different numbers. Give 5, 20, 25, and just see what is happening. Please do it on your screen. Give different numbers and tell me what is the difference between if you will give execute this block, or let's say if you will execute uh, move 50 steps, and first one is move 2 steps. Please execute it and then tell me what is the difference between these two set of blocks.
I did.
Yeah, please tell me what will
Uh,
happen if we'll click on flag and when cat needs to move 2 steps. Okay, what difference did you realize when you executed both the blocks?
The
Ma'am
first one, the
posted
2
with
steps, it
That
moved only a little bit, and in the
yes.
50 steps, it moved a long distance.
Okay, so if we click on move 2 steps, you hardly realize that it is moving. Yeah? But if we will just move it 50 steps, so it will move quite far. Yeah. So this will
I
control.
Ma'am,
Sorry,
my stop button is not working. I don't know.
it's not working for you?
No, ma'am, when I'm pressing the stop button, it's not coming back.
Okay, can you, is it possible for you to present your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh,
Suhani, child, is it working for you?
1 minute.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay, all right. Shaurya, did you snap them together? Did you snap it to the event block?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait a second, let me check. Yeah, show me now.
Ma'am, like, I'll keep it here.
Okay, yeah,
Ma'am, when,
yeah, it is moving.
ma'am, right now it wasn't moving.
Okay, okay, maybe some network issue was there. And you didn't open that online account one scratch?
Of
Instead
ma'am,
of instead of app, we'll be logging into the online scratch account, online one. Because
ma'am,
see,
I'm using the online one.
did you verify it on your mail? Because this button should come, share button. Is it? It's not coming for you. That means you can't share your work with anyone.
Oh, ma'am, 1 minute. Ma'am,
Okay. So whenever we will create, that's why I just create.
yes, ma'am, now I just confirmed it.
Okay, fine. No issue.
I
All
just
right. So
keep.
we will continue from here tomorrow. Let's have quizzes now. Yeah. Any doubt from today's class if you want to ask?
No, ma'am.
Clear?
Ma'am,
All
now,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, now you can, I think, see share button is here.
yeah, now it's there. Yeah, pretty cool. Very good. All right. So now let's have quizzes. Yeah, that's the best part of class, no?
Yes.
All right. One
Yes.
second. Okay. So I will be sharing the link in the chat box. So please click on the link and enter the quiz. One second. All right. So students, link is in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am. I opened it.
Okay. So just enter your name and join the quiz. Okay. Dia is there. Shaurya is there. Suhani is there. Great. So all the best. Do well. I'm starting the quiz. Okay, so it's done. Let's review our questions. So, congratulations, Priya, and great attempt by Suhani and Shaurya. Let's review questions. What is the possible position of a sprite in Scratch state? Very good. All three of you have correctly answered this one. What are the objects that perform actions in the Scratch project? Yes, sprites. They perform actions in any project. What is the name of the software that you use to create the game? Scratch. In Scratch, the x and y coordinate value refers to the position of your sprite in the project. Okay, great. Blocks are puzzle piece shapes that are used to create code in Scratch. Correctly answered by all of you. Stage is the area where you can see your project come alive. Again, correctly answered by all of you. So, costume is one of the many different appearances of a sprite. So, if we talk about any sprite appearance, so that means we are talking about its costume. So, and we can see all the costumes available for any sprite in the costumes tab just next to the code tab. Every sprite must have a costume. That's not possible that you can have a sprite without any costume. Okay? What happens if the instruction or command blocks in Scratch are placed in wrong order? Yes, the program will not work properly. So that should be in proper sequence or in proper order. So where are these command blocks stored on a Scratch screen? In blocks palette. Yeah, this is the blocks palette. Here all the command blocks will be there. All right. So that's all for today. So I'll meet you tomorrow, same time. Till then,
Okay.
enjoy the time. Have a good day ahead. Okay?
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Bye bye.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am.
Bye, students.